Some consider part 1 and part 2 of In Space With Markiplier one complete movie, or video, or whatever, but I count it as two different movies, which is what I did going into the first movie. I didn't know it would be a part 1 going in, and obviously this isn't a sequel that came out a year later, but longer than a week when they did this for the Fear Street movies. It was a 1 month gap between the first part and the second part that would conclude the story. I wasn't even sure if I could review the second movie since I review movies if they are on LetterBoxd, so I can keep track, and it is, so I can talk about it. I know, I have weird quotas, and they are very inconsistent, so. But you should see what quotas I have for other things I do, so there's also that. Anyways, there isn't that much to talk about, though, here, since most of the introduction to explain my mindset was in the review for the first part. But pretty much what I was thinking going into part 2 was that the first one was alright. It wasn't anything as entertaining as Markiplier's previous choose-your-own-story film, A Heist With Markiplier, due to the lack of variety and humor, but more ambitious and impressive on a technical level with the cameras, set design, production, and pretty much it improved on what they could do before. Even with the more complicated story to follow, that part 2 might or might have answers too. Part 2 does have answers, but good or bad is a matter of opinion. So, what did I think? Directed, written, and co-starring Mark Fishbach, aka Markiplier. With you, the viewer, as the audience, after the universe resets, we pick up kind of where we left off last time. Starting off already confusingly, you are given unclear choices and paths to follow to find as many answers and information as you can as you set out to fix the collapse of the multiverse. And that's pretty much it. I'll say this, I did like the extra variety involved with this one compared to the first part, where we are given way more out of nowhere locations and scenarios loosely related to the plot. But if you really think about it, it doesn't matter. If you're wondering what the mystery behind the collapse is this whole time, get this. It's a chicken or egg scenario. When the multiverse collapses, Markiplier thinks you are responsible for it, so he built, whatever he calls it, thing where he can go back and stop you from ever causing it, only for it to be him the reason the multiverse collapsed by making that device unclear which was first. So just enough correct paths and you'll eventually get there. For such an overly complicated story with a simple answer, I at least enjoyed the journey more than the destination. Since many crew members played by popular YouTubers do have a specific skit written around them that involves different universes, which regardless if they work well into the plot itself, it doesn't really matter. I can't really criticize the plot too much. There are gags to make kids laugh, and I'm sure they will, even if it's not that funny. I don't know, since Everything Everywhere All at Once came out, and with the new Doctor Strange movie around the corner, which by the time I'm actually filming this, I seen that movie, and when I wrote this, I didn't. Anyways, I'm kind of tired of multiverse stuff in media, and sure, all these projects, timing is coincidental, I think. It's just hard to say unless you know who Markiplier or most of these people are ahead of time. It won't really be interesting or entertaining, I guess, since I do know who they are. I know the Game Grumps and Ninja NSP, I can't say that word in this video for kids, and you know, MatPat and so forth, and the other people. It worked for me. I can't say for sure everyone else, but there's enough here with the editing, acting, production, and honestly great cinematography. I can say this movie has enough going for it, and I honestly liked it a bit more than part 1. Maybe it was released as one solid video, movie, whatever. Maybe I would be more positive. Maybe I would think higher of it as one big project. But as a part 2 to an alright part 1, I can say this is good enough and nothing better. Solid and impressive for its budget and what it is, but I wouldn't be calling it that entertaining for everyone. It has enough to say it's good, but nothing, it's nothing galactic. Take that as you will. I mean, you can watch the movie for free, so, you know, it's not like they're charging me anything, so, you know, there's that. I give In Space With Markiplier Part 2 a 7 out of 10.